Hi everyone, welcome to day 2 of our little craft with me on this journal. And so what I've done while I was getting ready for this video is I did go ahead and cut out some of my photos there. Here is the piece that I haven't cut out yet. So we're going to go ahead and you know, you can tear these. I just cut them. A lot of times they take a piece of sandpaper or file, but I just take the scissors and cut them. To me, it takes just as long to do it the other way than if I just take scissors and cut them. So. And like I said, I'm not sure that I'll use all of these, but I have them ready if, you know, if I need them, I have them. So, okay. So I can see a few corners that are going to have to, probably be glued down here. And I've got my timer going because I sure want to stay within that 20-25 minute time frame. However far we get will just be, you know, how far we get. So let's see. Well, that looked like it was going to come up, but I don't think it is. So alright, let's check these corners out. Those actually look pretty good. Alright. So then I'm just going to take my sepia ink and go ahead and get these little distressed up here. I just like to make sure the edges and maybe some of the creases are even a little caught with the distress ink, so I think we're good there. So alright, and then what I also had done is I just grabbed a couple of photos that I printed off on some stained paper there, because those will go in there. I did make a couple more stamps, and I'm going to show you how I threaded this. This is just some really thin twine. I do think this is American Crafts. Here is the twine here. I don't have the packaging to it, but I'm pretty sure it was American Crafts. It's just a nice thin twine. It's kind of what I actually use when I bind my three-hole pamphlet stitch. I have the more of the beige, or you know, off-white natural color, but it feels exactly the same, and it's thin just like that. So that's what that is. Get these photos put up. Alright, so here is one that I've already stitched here, and I usually leave these a little long till I get them glued down in the book. So I just like to leave those tails a little long. So all I do is I grab enough twine that I know that I'm going to make it. Find my needle here, and I just use a darn needle is what I use. I can't find my embroidery thread. That's what I had planned to do actually on the other one. When I made the 5 journal, I wanted to use some black embroidery thread, but I could not find it, so I bought a new little thing of it, but I have put it somewhere, and I guess I will eventually run across it. But okay, so I'm just, and I don't care that they're spaced, if they're spaced the same amount. I just like it to look a little, you know, a little hand done for sure. Okay, so Trying to get 2 strings through the thing is a little harder than maybe if I'd used a smaller eyed needle. I could have probably used a different one. Okay. Whoops, it came out. I want it to be under, so I'll go back and put that in here in a minute. It just came out of the hole there. Okay. All right, and then the last one, I want it to be sure and go under and be on the underneath side. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my I'm actually going to grab this and put it back through that first hole. So there's that. Okay, and then what I will do is I will take a little tatted glue, and just so that doesn't come out, I'll just put it on the back of that. And then I just ensures that I'm not gonna, you know, have that thread come out on me. Alright, so I did get the books kind of put together, and I did use this really grungy freezer paper, and I am going to cover some of this with that crinkled paper. But I'm really not going to decorate the inside. It will be a lot of rub-ons, I think is what I mainly used on the other one. And but I'm going to go ahead and get this kind of lined with that crinkle paper. So I don't know if this will ink up real good or not. Oh, yeah, it will. So I'm going to ink the edges of this because I'm not going to go all the way. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to take and kind of fold this where I want it to kind of tear. So I'm going to grab a ruler and let's just kind of tear it. Okay, and then we will take this and do the same thing, just kind of take it and fold it and tear it. And I think I'm going to add just a little more ink on that there. Let's go ahead and just get it a little more inked up around there. And hopefully it won't come off all over us. So, all right. So what I'm going to do before I stick this down on here is I know that I'm going to want to put maybe some, I either want to stitch all the way around or I want to put a row of stitching somewhere, you know, on the side. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this other one for the back side done the same way. We will just kind of, and I think we could even use that for the other one. Yeah, it's going to be, that'll be one side of the other one. So let's go ahead and get this tore. Okay, So that'll be good. And what I'll do is also that I may distress around it there. Let's see. I think this one is actually a little wider. Yeah, it is. So this will be good just as wide as it is. Oops. Okay. And then I need another one kind of that size. Okay. And I may have to, because this is so much darker, I may have to go ahead and do the front and the back, and I'll just use that for another little booklet or something that I put in here. We'll use it. We'll save that. Okay. So we're gonna just kind of, okay, that will go there, and let's see. Okay, and this here looks like it almost needs to be torn just a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so I know that I'm going to be stitching around those. So, alright, and then I'm going to distress around them. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. And we'll come in and I'll actually even get them just, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac to get on this glossy part of the freezer paper. I guess I should have get this all distressed before I sew on those and try to stick them down. So I think what I'm going to do is the next video, because I know we won't have time for this one, we will actually go in then and put our binding, get our pages bound together, because we won't have time to do that in this video. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get those stitched around. And then come back in and we'll get them glued down. And we will start rearranging our papers or our pages how we want them is what we'll do. So, okay, so I got my little pieces sewed together. Let's get them stuck in. We're just gonna use the Fabri-Tac, as I said. I think it would stick better to the back of the freezer paper, so. Alright. And that'll kind of sturdy up the cover anyway. So, okay, there's that. Let's get this one put on. Okay, I'm going to let that just dry kind of open since that's got a little bit of glue hanging out. Okay, so let's get this. I might want the grungier one in the front. Is that going to be my front? Let's see. Yep. Alrighty. I think that's good. Alright, so we'll let that dry. And while that is drying, we are going to go ahead and get our pages the way I'm going to want them. And then that will finish up the video for today. Alright, so I know that I like to start with a small one. Okay, so that would be my first page. And let's see. I think I'm going to make that my second page. And we will make that one. Of course, I'll have to put a booklet in there. Let's grab it. We'll just grab this one for the first one. I think it's dry enough. Okay, so we'll have that booklet there. Then we'll have another time card. And let's see. On the back of, do we want to put that on the back of the, yeah, maybe so. Okay, so we're going to do that and that. I grabbed a couple of envelopes. I wasn't sure if I wanted to include them or not, and I may include them in a different way there. Alright, so we're going to have the booklet. We'll have that. Let's have a short one. And we're going to have this. We'll put the bag on the back of that. And we will add the second booklet. Okay. And then we will have, I don't know if I want the, yeah, I think I'll do the little one and then do the bigger. Okay, so that will be kind of the order that we go in when we put the book together. So that's going to end it for today's video. And tomorrow we will get our book together. We will get it bound together. And we might begin to start decorating it, and we'll see how far we get. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.